Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in the gospel broad, living at the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson titled, The Blood is Off Our Hands. All right. The blood is off our hands. As you know, we've been for about a week now, or I want to say 5 to 6. Matter of fact, let me see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, about 5 days now. And that's the spirit of Apostle Heart. The whole world is coming after the J's. World War III is here. We here. You know what I'm saying? All this folly is getting ready to end finally. But anyway, we've been kind of going back and forth with these other groups, these other camps, about being circumspect, about agent provocateurism and, paid agitators, as we like to call. And, just Jake just moving highly uncircumspect in his spirit as far as going down the protests and guns and, saying we're going to march on this and that, which is not spiritual at all. I've said it in a few videos. The elder Yashawamba said it, and several brothers have made particular videos regarding these lewd men in Israel, warning them and exhorting them to not make stupid and foolish moves. But we understand that things happen according to the scriptures because they're definitely prophetic in nature. Okay, we understand that there was going to be a sect of men that was going to rise up and get the ministry blamed. Like we say, Esau likes to paint a picture with a broad brush. Okay, so you got this guy by the name of Chief Ephraim, and really, there's no point even talking about these guys no more. Wi-Fi, all these other zealots and stuff. It's really no point in getting into them, but the warning went out, okay? We warned you guys, and we've told you straightforward. And that's the spirit, man. The elder brother D-Mash posted that clip, which this guy, Chief Ephraim, was corresponding with some reprobate. Could be some type of plant that's coming down there to start mischief. But the blood is off our hands at this point. Okay, we've warned you, and we've basically exhorted you, Jakes, you brothers out there, to be very circumspect and to not put yourselves in harm's way. But of course, you got a bunch of reprobates that don't want to take heed to the message because for the simple fact, a lot of them has been set up, they've been paid off, and a lot of them are just blind and lost, man. Okay, like Exodus 23:2, which the elder brother D-Mash posted. It says here, somebody needs to pick me up. I'm in Macon. I'll bring the IWITS 12 and we'll get some straight straightening. Okay. And it says message Wi-Fi ATL, and they got people near Macon. It says, can you get to Sparta? All right. And that's this guy's Chief Ephraim's comment. Okay. So this is basically the IWITS 12. This is it right here. Okay. A Tabor TS12. And this guy is basically saying he's getting ready. He's gonna bring up. He's gonna basically bring a gun to a protest, man. Now this guy Chief Ephraim, he was part of that whole ordeal. What was that back in? Remember he made like the magazine or something like that, like the front page. Something happened, a couple of years ago when he made like the front page and it says New York City provocateur. Putting himself out there. Then he got that interview with some type of platform. I can't recall, it was a while ago. But regardless of that, man, this man is moving uncircumspectly, and we've warned him. Okay, we've warned Naquam, which is the head of the Wi-Fi Israelites or the Watchman for Israel. We've warned all them camps. We've warned these guys, man. We've warned General Yohana. We've warned all these men. Because not only are we prophets to the nations, we're a prophet into our own nation. Okay, we're the prophets into the so-called prophets, man. Because let these men tell you, they're the prophets coming back in the reincarnation. They're the 12. You know what I'm saying? But nobody else fits that bill but the man that's been warning you week in and week out. So, comment here. It says the real whiteout. It says this whole time you're out here saying you're doing it for the higher power. It says y'all are just starting extra shit that y'all have no involvement in. Why do y'all want to be a part of it and it cuts off? But that's the point, man. You've been warned. And that was even an exhortation by that man. All right, but we understand that this is prophecy and these things must happen. But hey, it is what it is, because you know what? Shit, we did our job. Now when the wrath comes down on you dudes, hey, you ain't gonna have no cloak. All right, so let's start here. This is the book of Ezekiel 3. And I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses, the whole chapter is good. Let's start at Ezekiel 3, and I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Okay, a watchman is a person that watches for particular things or events or wars or signs, a prophet. Okay, a watchman is a person that sets up on a tower and he watches the walls, the gates for the opposing force. And it says, I've made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. We've warned them guys not to go down there and protest because it has nothing to do with them. We warned them that the small hats are pushing anti-Semitism. They're pushing that all. The JOO is the big victim of the earth. Okay. Alternative media sources have been coming out exposing what those Israelis have been doing to those Palestinians and just around the world, period. Okay, now we're not advocating for either group. We don't give a shit about the Palestinians or the small hats. Okay, they're both heathens and they're both enemies into the nation of Israel. But we're going to call a spade a spade. Okay, you have been bullying and raping and robbing and pillaging the whole entire planet Earth since you've come back in power. Okay, those Palestinians are catching hell under you. The Hamites are catching hell under you. Your own people are catching hell under you. And we are catching the utmost hell under you. Now they got to spin this shit in the news. Oh, well, there's been a slew of anti-S on JOOs. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody persecuting. These people have brought that wrath upon themselves. And this is the Lord judging their ass. Everybody on the planet Earth is justifiably getting fucked up. But when it comes to these group of demons, all of a sudden they're totally justified. Or they can do nothing wrong. Yet they put nations in subjections. They bomb villages of kids. They've put people in slavery. They've created chemical warfare. They've created the prison system, the school system, Title 4D. And you mean to tell me that these people are innocent? They've turned the Jake race on one another, man. Through their policies, their reformation, man, their re-education. They turned Jake against each other, man. Okay? They used the curses and they exploited us in that shit. So how in the hell is these people playing? How in the hell are they the victims? I'm still trying to figure that out. Especially when you hijacked our heritage. How the hell are you the victim? And it's going to be a beautiful thing when Yahweh Bashim Yahushua reveals that they were never the people. I can't wait to see the look on you Edomite faces when you realize that you were nothing but a bunch of fucking frauds and imposters, man. I can't wait to see the way you look when we the ones getting beamed up in them ships and Yahushua comes back with the appearance of a so-called black man. What you Edomites gonna say then? Huh? Hashem. Fuck out. Y'all can't even say the name of the Lord talking about you, the people. You people are delusional as hell, man. And this is why this is happening to you. But anyway, it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thy hand. Okay? So, hey, like I say in my other videos, I'd rather y'all than us. Okay? I have no problem telling you. I have no problem with telling you you're going to be destroyed. Because for the simple fact, I have no problem telling you you're going to be destroyed. To get the blood off our fucking hands, man. Because you niggas want to be stupid. You see, you want to be stupid. You want to sit up here. You want to play these dumb childish games. We've already warned you, Jakes, not to go down there. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, like I said, I'd rather y'all get jacked up than us. Because if we sit up there and turn a blind eye to your stupidity and your folly, hey, we would be just as bad as you. But that you Jakes, you say, oh, well, y'all hating. How the hell are we hating on y'all when we just telling you not to go down there and involve yourselves in something that have nothing to do with you? Oh, y'all cowards. Well, hey, man, didn't Yahushua say if you're persecuted in one city, flee to another? Because Yahushua knows this is not our setup. He knows this is not our kingdom. He knows that we are against enemy lines, man. See, Yahushua move with wisdom. He was teaching us how to move with wisdom. Okay, but you guys took the position of the zealots and you decided to be stupid. Because remember, a lot of zealots, they followed Yahushua, but a great deal of them, they didn't follow Yahushua. And because they didn't take the warning and the heed, they didn't take the heed to the Lord, what happened was they got taken over. Because they didn't take heed to the warning or to the prophecy, man. They got taken over. They got disbanded because they felt like Yahweh's approach was cowardice towards the Romans, because for the simple fact Jake was getting taxed and persecuted by the Romans. Well, you got to understand, man, that's part of the curses. So you got the same group of Israelites that rose up, and they're gonna follow the same trend. Okay, it's no different with the AOC or with all these other splinter groups, man. And you're gonna see that all these men are coming back in a lot today. Okay, and luckily we're in a lot of the prophets. But it says here, give him not warning, nor speakers to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man should die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thy hand. But yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not away from his wickedness, nor his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Okay, and that's the point. Okay, we delivered our soul because we told you what's going to happen. We told you what's going to happen or what's going to come of that. Like this guy Zabak, he's encouraging that madness, but he's not going to be there. So how stupid can you Jakes be to take some advice from a guy? He's not being very wise right now. 30 years in the truth is not really reflecting on his behaviors now, so something is up with that. But it says, and again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, which shows that the Lord put stumbling blocks before people, man. Okay, because the Lord set certain people up to fall and to be snared and to be taken away. Because, many are called, few are chosen. And he should die because thou hast not given warning. He should die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done should not be remembered. But his blood I will require at thy hand. And this is why rebuke is very, very necessary in our camps, man. This is the reason why we get on our own men and our own groups, because if you got a man that was being right and he goes left, and you see him going left and you don't curse his ass out and he gets destroyed, the Lord gonna be like, why didn't you warn this man that he was going off and you knew about it? You know what I'm saying? Especially if he would have took the correction and changed. The Lord gonna be pissed at you for that. Yeah, he's gonna be jacked up, but you're gonna get jacked up too. This is the reason why we must be on top of our game. Okay. Now, if he bucked up against you and say, man, you just picking on me because you feel this way about me, then that blood is on his hand. You try to tell him, hey, Jake, you got to straighten up, and he decides to be a demon, then the Lord gonna deal with him. Okay. But it says, nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, he doth not sin, he shall surely live because he is warned, and also thou hast delivered thy soul, man. Okay. And that's the point. But it's going to come a time that the Lord is going to take us off the streets. He's going to take these videos away. And you people are going to be left defenseless, man, because you ain't take heed to the prophets. All right. Matter of fact, let me go from here to the book of 2 Ezra 16. And I'm going to start at verses 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahushai. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. But behold, the plagues draw nigh and not slack. Okay, the Lord told us, man. He told us, he says, hear these things and understand them. Okay, I'm gonna jump down to verses 40. It says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and even if those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man. Okay, and that's the point I want to make. A lot of times people get on, oh, y'all don't teach in a remote location. But wait a minute, when you go to highways and byways, look up the word of highway or byway and look it up. You know what I'm saying? Just because we ain't out there clout chasing like most of you other camps, that don't mean we not doing the work of the Lord. Because remember, the apostles was out there on 34th and 7 for damn the decade, man. In the midst of all that chaos, man. All the camps, for the most part, prophesied in the major cities. Like us, Kansas City, we prophesied in the right downtown where everything is at. We in the chief place of concourse. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, they're downtown. LA, I don't know if they go downtown anymore because, LA is a little dry. But regardless, man, most camps are downtown in the chief place of concourse. But you look down on us because we're not drawing in big crowds, which who gives a fuck about that? Because most of them guys coming up there to listen to you dudes, they're not in the right spirit. They're just looking for some controversy, or they're looking to be entertained. But at the end of the day, don't nobody come into the fold. Nobody joins the camp. And if they do join it, these guys are full of leaven, man. Okay. But anyway, I got one more precept and I'm going to end it because, like I said, the blood is off our hands. You know what I'm saying? The blood is off our hands. You guys do what you feel y'all need to do. All right. This is the book of John 16. And, no, I think it's John 15. Yep, this is the book of John 15. Because the scripture say that he that heareth me, heareth you. Okay, I think that's John 9, if I'm not mistaken. But this is John 15, and I'm gonna start at verses 22. It says, "If I had not come and spoken it to them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin." Okay, now let's look up the word cloak and see what it means. Cloak probably means like a pardon or like a disguising, which the Greek word for cloak is propasis. Okay, and it says a pretext, alleged reason, pretense on the color as they would do something in pretense ostensibly. Okay, so it reads, it says, if I had not, it says, if I had not come and spoken it to them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. Okay, meaning you have no pardon now. Bring forth fruit meet for repentance, man. Okay, but it says, he that hated my father, hated me, hated my father also. And you guys, you're operating totally in the spirit of Satan, man. You claim to stand with Yahweh Shai, but you don't hide behind Yahweh Shai. You think he was a coward. Let's face it, y'all don't like the approach he gave. Y'all don't like the turn the other cheek shit, man. You know, which we not saying be a pushover, of course not. We ain't telling nobody to just put their hands on you and just let people have their way with you, no. But overall, you want to avoid any type of confrontation, man. Because this thing is not about being confrontational. It's about reaching the hopeful elect. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom.